Presley Faith's name is back in the spotlight, and once again, it's not for good reasons. The internet is buzzing with conversations, call-outs, and arguments about her alleged racist behavior. Recently, screenshots surfaced online of what people are calling new racist texts. While the authenticity of these texts hasn't been confirmed, the allegations alone have been enough to spark huge backlash and reopen every past controversy tied to Presley's name. Now here's where things get interesting. Fans aren't just reacting to the alleged texts by themselves. Instead, they're pointing to what they believe is a pattern.
There's a pattern of escalating animosity.
To them, this isn't just about one mistake. It's about years of questionable behavior stacking up. The first piece of this so-called pattern always comes back to that viral old clip. In it, Presley is lip-syncing to a song, and viewers claimed she mouthed the N-word. Even though it was just a few seconds, people said it looked casual, and the internet never forgot. That clip continues to resurface every single time her name trends. Then, there were the edgy reposts and memes. Many of them were tied to racially charged content, and some included audios from characters like Uncle Ruckus, content that a lot of viewers read as being comfortable with racist humor. Again, whether or not Presley herself meant it that way doesn't change the fact that fans keep pointing to it as another red flag. And now, with these alleged texts, people are stacking everything together, the clip, the reposts, the old comments, and saying this isn't just one slip-up. To them, it looks like proof of a larger issue. But here's why the situation feels especially intense. Presley isn't just any random creator. She's tied to the Glowhouse, a collective that sells itself on safe, positive, bestie energy. Their whole brand is about friendship, sisterhood, and inclusivity. So when accusations of racism start circling Presley's name, it doesn't just affect her. It clashes directly with the Glowhouse's entire image. Fans are saying the Glowhouse can't preach positivity while one of their members is caught up in controversy after controversy. And this isn't the first time Glowhouse has been called out over how they handle situations like this. Remember the Jaffia Valencia drama? Fans accused Presley of bullying and body-shaming her fellow Glowhouse member. That turned into a wave of criticism, and when Presley finally responded, it was with a vague, cleaning things up video. Instead of giving a direct apology, she said she and Jaffia were still friends, and that disagreements were just a normal part of relationships. But many viewers didn't buy it, especially after related posts started disappearing from social media. For fans, that looked like damage control rather than accountability. And that's the recurring problem people keep pointing out. Whenever Presley faces backlash, the responses feel soft, unclear, or incomplete. Fans don't want to hear, "I was misunderstood" or "things got twisted." They want accountability. They want to hear, "I did this. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Here's how I'll do better." Anything less, they say, feels like dodging. Now let's talk about Glowhouse itself. While Presley has continued appearing in group content and podcasts, the comments sections have been blowing up with criticism. To fans, it looks like Glowhouse is protecting her instead of holding her accountable. And when your whole brand is about safety and positivity, silence doesn't look neutral. It looks like favoritism. This is why the word pattern keeps coming up. Fans aren't just reacting to one event. They're piecing together the lip sync clip, the edgy reposts, the alleged bullying, and now the alleged texts. Each time something new comes up, it doesn't land as an isolated incident. It hits like confirmation. So what would it take for Presley to actually turn this around? Viewers are saying it's going to take more than another vague, "let me explain" video. First, she would need to directly address the allegations, clearly and openly without excuses. Second, people want to see actual steps. That could mean deleting old posts that don't reflect her values today, taking a break to learn and grow, or even putting out a plan for change. Third, Glowhouse itself would need to step up. Fans are calling for group guidelines that apply equally to every member, so it doesn't look like some people get a pass while others face consequences. At the end of the day, though, the internet has already made one thing clear. People don't believe this is just about one text or one clip. They see it as a series of choices, a pattern that clashes with the Glowhouse's brand. And that's why this controversy feels so big. So here's the real thing clear. People don't believe this is just about one text or one clip. They see it as a series of choices, a pattern that clashes with the Glowhouse's brand. And that's why this controversy feels so big. So here's the real question. Is this just another rough patch Presley can ride out, or is this the moment where her career takes a hit she can't come back from? All eyes are on her next move, and whether she and the Glowhouse will finally address it head-on. The Kalogeras sisters are in the spotlight once again, and honestly, it seems like controversy just keeps following them. This month alone, they've been canceled not once, but twice, and fans are beginning to wonder if this is just a series of misunderstandings or a sign of something deeper. Let's start with the first controversy. Kalogeras recently came under fire after a clip of her started making rounds on social media. In the video, some fans believe she clearly said the N-word.
Huh?
But others are defending her, saying what she actually said was Boom Chica Pop, which is the name of a popular popcorn brand. Now the problem is, when you slow the clip down or replay it, the pronunciation does sound questionable. That's why the internet became completely divided.
And that's our favorite popcorn! And then open the fridge.
So someone just sent me that video. It's a video of Kalogeras allegedly saying the N-word. Now, at first I was like, she probably didn't mean to say it on purpose, but then she said it twice. Basically, the context is they were looking at a bag of like popcorn. It was called Boom Chica Pop. Boom Chica Pop. Not Boom Nigga Pop. And that's what she said, not once, but twice. Low-key, I am a little disappointed and a little bit shocked by this because I really do love their videos. Like, they're really funny influencers. But I guess I should kind of know by now not to look up to influencers because of how they all act outside of social media and behind the camera. This one was in front of a camera. I don't know, like, if she didn't think she was going to get caught. I'm pretty sure Sunday posted it to her Snapchat story, and there are also allegations of them being Trump supporters and Zionists, which I don't really know much about, but people were asking me to talk about it. But someone did send me this video, so I'm finally going to talk about this video in particular.
On one hand, fans who are defending her argue she was literally holding the popcorn. Why would she risk saying something like that on camera? Others, however, aren't buying it. They point out that the clip was deleted quickly, and if it truly was just the popcorn name, why delete the video in the first place? That move made people think the sisters knew they slipped up and wanted to erase the evidence before things got worse. And we all know how the internet works. Once people think you said something problematic, it sticks. Screenshots, recordings, and re-uploads spread fast, and deleting doesn't really solve anything. Instead, it just makes fans even more suspicious. But if you thought that was the end of the drama, think again. The Kalogeras sisters found themselves back in the hot seat just days later, this time for politics. Earlier this month, people noticed that their mom reposted a pro-Trump post on Instagram. From that moment, the sisters started getting accused of being Trump supporters themselves. Now, whether you agree with Trump or not, the fact that they're not even American, they're Canadian, made people extremely confused. Fans started asking, why are they even getting involved in US politics? What does this have to do with them? The backlash grew even more intense when fans claimed that the sisters were blocking and deleting TikTok comments that mentioned Trump. And that's where a lot of people drew the line, because instead of addressing the situation, denying the rumors, or just clarifying that their mom's repost didn't represent their views, they went silent. And in influencer culture, silence often speaks louder than words. For fans, this silence felt like confirmation. It was like the sisters would rather quietly sweep everything under the rug instead of being upfront.